What political support has the company got?
Political support, we've had it from all channels. We've tried not to be political at all. We tried the Labour Party, the SDP, and it just by accident the Conservative Party came out with a new government, and the Minister in particular, Mr. Nolan Lamont, is taking our case seriously. He likes the idea. He supported us. We've had backroom support by the young fellow who, Peter Groves, who ran for Conservative MP in South Shields, was unsuccessful because it's a Labour-intensive area. But he's helped us greatly, and now our backroom is being from the backbenches of Mr. Edward DeCann.
Who's opposed to the company?
We've had a lot of opposition. The unions in particular have opposed it because they're misguided. Unions should stick to being union officials. They're not marketing people who have said that if we employed 80 people, 1,200 people would be out of work further down the river, which is a little silly. My view is that I know the market. That's why I've taken this job on. They don't. They're union officials. I'm a ship repairer.
But have they not got their own men's interest in it, or these men who are about to be employed as interests?
Well, these men that we are employing are all paid up members of the union, and they will stay that way. This yard is a closed shop. Everybody is a member of the union, apart from myself. But I'll join if necessary.
There's a difference between a union member and a trade unionist. And if these men are union members, well, it may well be that being coerced into accepting conditions that wouldn't be accepted in any average ship repairing company.
So by doing what they are doing, they could be cutting the throats of the rest of the men on the river?
What in fact they are doing are accepting working conditions, terms and conditions which are far less favourable than those that prevail in the ship repairing industry at the present time.
All right, lads, can you give us an idea what you're doing here, exactly?
We're all welders.
Welders? What, like, are you apprentices?
Alright, first year.
First year apprentices? Do you think you've got any future here? Do you think you'll finish your apprenticeship?
Yeah. Aye.
What do you think about redheads fill out the yard?
It's great.
Why do you think it's great?
Well, it's working men want to keep their job so they're not striking
At the moment, we employ 22 men outside in the yard. We, apart from the other staff, I hope in a very short period employ all the 80 shareholders. I would like very much to think we could bring it back up to round about the 300 mark, which was here 5 or 6 years ago.
Well, the situation's somewhat devastating just now. We've just had an announcement less than 1 hour ago that it's the intention of British shipbuilders to close both the Wallsend Dry Dock and the Middle Docks by October of 1984, unless, of course, they can find a buyer to take them over.
All these orders stemming from the government?
It's part of the government policy to privatise, to phase out ship repairing in any event. But what they don't realise is the social consequences of the 1,300 employees who were involved in these particular yards.
They haven't got their interests at heart because they don't understand. They tend to sit around committees thinking about things that they don't understand. And that is the problem with the unions in this country all over today.
I'm sure that everybody here has an impression that it's a workers' cooperative. Or that's what you thought, like I was saying earlier on. Triumph motorcycles, when the workers went in, took over the factory to keep producing Triumph motorcycles. That was right. They were a workers' cooperative. From the management down to the shop floor, they were all the same. Everybody had put in the company and everybody got out the company. And that's what they're trying to pass redheads off. And redheads is not that at all. Well, I'm under the impression it's not. I think it's really, really suspect what's going on. I think it's really, I think that this is the whole idea, to privatise this, and I think it's just part of a great plot to destroy the trade unions on this river.
I think ship repairing-wise, there's a great future. We have the skills, we have the men. Because of the way nationalisation has gone with British shipbuilders and the closed facilities, ship repairing has been lost to this. One client of ours who used to come here regularly now takes 30% of his work to the continent. The personal touch is being lost to the potential client for ship repairing. What we're trying to do is bring it back. And my whole philosophy on this is to bring business back to the River Tyne.
Bearing in mind that in October of 82, we'd done a contraction on these yards and we reduced the workforce by 1,100 men, leaving approximately 1,250. It looks now that in view of the government's intention, which is followed through by British shipbuilders, to eliminate the balance of that workforce that was agreed in October 82. And we're talking about 1,250 jobs.
Out tonight, John, out tonight. Out in the streets, I'm watching your windows looking for a way to get in. Keep a lock on television, you won't be doing much viewing. Trying your doors, sliding down drain pipes, I come creeping in the night. Some people say it's not a living, but even burglars gotta eat. I'm waiting till the lights out, I'm watching you. I'll come creeping in the night. I believe in class distinction, cause I only rob the rich. I don't come from Sherwood Forest, it all goes in my pockets. When policemen come a chasing, looking for someone to nick, they don't have a chance to catch me, cause I'm up to all their tricks. I'll come creeping in the night. Is the lights out? I'll be in.
The Nazis were now coming into power and war was threatening. And that meant that there was rearmament was beginning. And it was rearmament alone that saved Jarrow from further unemployment, as it did many other places.
Well, it was what bread and butter years ago, but no, it's a dying trade now.
But is there anything that might save it?
Well, if there was a war starting tomorrow, they would save it. You wouldn't recognise this place if it was happening, such as like as the Falklands happened 7 months ago. If there's another war starting, all these places would pick up. Well, that's what makes you think. Where they get the money from for wars? That's what makes everybody think.
Hey, Geordie, your brow, it's full of cold sweat. I see by your face that it's causing distress. But you may as well sleep, 'cause alas it is true. They're closing your yard, and there's nought you can do. So sleep, bonny lad, needn't you worry for me. I'm always aside you, wherever need be. And now we've need money, and need future to see. But we walk good summit, just you wait and see. I've looked in the river, and it's empty, not dry. The tide it is turning, and there's near rescue nigh. The ships are still sailing, but they drift on doon by. And my hands stand idle, didn't you think it's a crime?